Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Just stretching, Oh. Today we're gonna talk about something very serious. I actually have like no idea for what I want to do for a video today, which is like stupid because why even do one then? I was thinking about doing a prank on my mom. The one that you see on TikTok where it's like you pretend you got pulled over and you call your mom and you're like, oh, I got pulled over for speeding and I told the cop that I was gonna get that I was on my way home because my mom fell. And then I get home and I see if and I call my mom and I tell my mom that and then see if she's like a ride or die and pretends to be on the floor. I say like the cop's following me to see. But I already know she is not a ride or die. She's going to be like, you know what, Ralph? No, you know what? I'm not doing this shit. So, but I am going to do that one day. But she's not even here, so. Her husband is, though, so I'm thinking about doing a prank on him. And saying, like I'm pregnant or something. And I don't know how to tell my mom, but he is, like, going to believe it right away. He's gonna believe it, and that's kind of like the reason he would believe it is because I do go to him about like a lot of things that I don't feel I can go to my mom about. So he would take like me coming to him about a serious conversation seriously. And that's a good thing for a prank, but like you might want to do something a little less serious than I'm pregnant for that. But I'm going to save the prank for another day. I was just over here ranting about it. I think today I'm just going to talk about a topic. And the topic's gonna be... I made no plans. I'm supposed to plan this stuff out when I make a video. The topic is going to be something that's near and dear to my heart. The topic's gonna be to stop getting in your own way and to let go and to live a happy life. And as corny as that may sound, I actually feel what I have to say might be beneficial to some, maybe not, but I finally have gotten to a point in my life where like I really look at things in a very positive way, and I've never been that kind of person. I'm not saying I'm like fucking sunshine and rainbows all the time. I'm definitely not, but my outlook on life has changed a lot. So I'll give a little backstory about what my life used to be like. I'm not going to get into like huge depth about it, but I was an addict and my life was just horrible, like because of my own doing. But it took me so long to get like my life together and to stop doing drugs and living a horrible life. It started when I was like a teenager, like 15 or like even younger, like not hard drugs, but like I was like drinking like by myself when I was a kid, and I started getting in trouble a lot in school and stuff like that and not going to school, and that's when I started getting sent to like places like for like troubled kids and stuff like that. So that's when it like progressed, and eventually then I was on for truancy, for not going to school. I was on probation and I had an ankle bracelet on, which is like ridiculous. Like there was not even I never like had a charge or like anything like that, but I had an ankle bracelet on. I'm like, don't you think you could be using this for like pedophiles and like fucking murderers or whatever? Like something worse than like a kid who's not going to school. But it really helped me a lot at the time, and I ended up finishing high school because of that, because I was only allowed to go to school and a job. So I went to school. I started going to school in Bellport at like a BOCES for, you know, other kids that were like in similar situations as me. And I would be allowed to go to school and work. So after school, I would work at Dunkin' Donuts, which is walking distance from my house at the time. And I saved money to get a car. I bought my first car. I was doing really good. Then, the day I graduated high school is the same day that they let me off probation and took my ankle bracelet off. And I went fucking through the roof, like buck wild. Like, that's when shit got really bad. Like, damn, you couldn't like progress me into some freedom. Like, you had to like give it to me all at once. Like, I'm still a badass kid. Like, I'm on an ankle bracelet, so I can't really do anything. So that was when I was like 17, and it just went straight to like hard drugs. I'm not even gonna get into it. Like, sometimes people just like dismiss like a drug addiction as if it's like, oh, they're just addicted to drugs. No, the shit that comes with it is like a nightmare from hell. The lifestyle that you live and all the horrible things that come along with it, and like the trauma that you build as you're going through that life. Like, you know, a lot of times people turn to drugs because of trauma, but in my case, like, most of my trauma came because of the drugs. But anyway, that was just like a quick, whatever, backstory. And I tried to get clean so many times. Like, when something like real bad would happen, or when I got arrested or whatever, when anything like really bad would happen, I would go to rehab and try to get clean. And it just wasn't working. Like, there was nothing that could fix me. Like, I knew that I was gonna end up probably not living a very long life. Like, even in certain facilities that I would go to, like, I do good for like a little bit, and then bam, like right back to it. Because I never truly could imagine my life without having drugs to escape what I'm feeling. And okay, we're talking about heroin here. Let me just put it out there. I'm not ashamed of my past in the least bit. Like, it's what made me who I am today. And if me talking about, like, maybe there's some like fucking 18-year-old heroin addict like that could stumble across this and be like, wow, she's 24 now, and like her life changed. What because it seemed unimaginable at the time. Like, what? What? I didn't know if that was tired. I wanted to keep going down. Well, I said what like 50 times that I'm making a video, so I'm just gonna finish. She can be in here. Why can't you just snuggle with me and be like a freaking hour? I'm like getting all into this one. Because it was unimaginable for ever. Like, I just could not picture my life changing. And then I don't want people listening to me like while I'm making a video. That was my sister. She came in here with my baby. And then I got pregnant with my daughter, and that happened in like addiction, and that's it. Like, she just changed my life, you know. I still was a little stuck in the beginning, but I have not touched anything like that. Like, I've had a drink or whatever, smoked weed, but I have not touched a thing since my daughter was born. And the greatest part about it is that I don't really even have the desire to. Like, life is so, once you make life, I think you notice like how precious it truly is. I don't know if I'm even gonna post this because I feel like I should have like planned it out better and had like a storyline of where I was going, and I'm kind of just going off the top of my head. But once you make life, you realize how innocent a child is and how you were once that child. And I don't know, it just, for me personally, it changed my whole entire outlook on life. Like, first of all, none of us are here forever. Like, you should at least have a good time while you are here. And I don't mean like partying. I mean, all that matters really in life is like family. That's another thing I wanted to talk about, is like accepting. Family is like very important to me. So family is, you kind of have to accept people for the way they are. And if they're not going to change certain things, that's on them. You know, you change what you can about yourself to make you happier. And that's all you can do. That's the only thing you can do. So I've done that for the past 2 years now, and, or like 2.5 years, something, whatever. And life just keeps on getting better for me. And when things go wrong, like, I'm not saying there hasn't been any bad days, you just like kind of like realize, like, look at my life now compared to what my life was like when I was in that fucking dark hole. Damn, I don't know. I don't know if I should post this. I think I'm gonna stop it here and probably do a part 2 where I've actually like thought about what I'm gonna say, because I kind of feel like I sound like like not getting my point across, like, really, because I hadn't thought about it. It wasn't even supposed to be about addiction or anything, this video, but I was going to talk about like having a positive life and what I do now to make myself feel happy, which obviously the things that you can do instead of drugs, they're not going to compare to what it felt like to get high, because that just got rid of all your problems. But that's not how life is. You don't just get rid of your problems. Like, it doesn't work like that. And who am I to like think that life is supposed to just go fucking perfectly and I'm never supposed to feel sad or mad or anything? Like, no, we all feel these things, and you can't just take a drug for the rest of your life to fix it. So the simplest things make me happy now, like, which is ironic because that's not the way I've ever been. Like, I always wanted more and more and more and more and more and more. And even when I first got clean, and even still sometimes to this day, I want it all. I want a lot of money. I want a nice car. I want to live on my own. I want this, that. And sometimes I have to sit and like humble myself, like, those things don't even fucking matter, really. They do, but if that's what it takes to make you happy, then you're never really going to be happy because it's just never ending. There's always going to be more. Someone's always going to have it better. Someone's going to have a bigger house and a nicer car. And you can even get all those things one day. And then what? You're not going to just suddenly be happy. So I try to just find my happiness in the simplest things, like, you know, routine helps me a lot, like just getting up in the morning and instead of being like miserable, which I am a lot, I find that if I like make my bed and clean up the place and, you know, eat something healthy, like it's such a simple thing, like that'll make my day start off good and it'll make the rest of my day better. And I thought about this in my communications class, which is obviously all about communications, the way that people talk to each other. And the teacher said something like, how do you think if the first person you see in the morning says to you, hi, I hope you have a great day, like, how do you think your day's gonna go after that? Like, it's probably gonna go pretty good. If the first person you see in the morning is like, fuck you, get out of, like, you're in my fucking way, or then your day's starting off bad, and you're probably gonna react that way to the first person you see. And it's just a spiral, like, I know these are so ghetto, these nails, I've been trying to get them off. If you can do like such small, tiny things, they add up and life just gets better, you know? If you can say like, oh, I'm gonna have a positive attitude today, then you make it happen. Like, so if I'm to say to the first person I see in my day, hi, like, and give them a compliment and have a great day, that might not make their day, but it probably will. And they'll probably have a good day going forward after that. You just never know, like, how much a simple act or simple word can change a lot of things in your life. And I'm going to end it here, and I might do another one about this same topic because, like I said, I didn't think about this. But here's my baby who saved my life. Say hi.
Hi.
Say I love you.
Dada.
She doesn't know how to say that yet. Say mommy.
Mommy.
Say I'm Nina. Come up, come up, come up, come up. Get up here, silly.
I go. Mommy. I go.
Kiss.
I go.
Kiss. Kiss.
Poop.
Poop.
Poo.
Poop. Are you crazy?
Poop.
Okay, have a wonderful afternoon. Bye-bye now.
Yeah.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.